Hi, and welcome to Circle Time today. We're going to start with our letter of the day, and today's letter is letter Y. Letter Y looks like this. There's an uppercase and a lowercase y. So let's try to write the letter Y, okay? Today we're going to learn that Y is for yeast. We'll be making homemade pizza dough. So let's try to write the letter Y. It looks like this. There's a V upstairs, and then there's a line coming straight down. You can even make the letter V with your body if you'd like to. All you have to do is just stand and stretch your arms out. This upper part is the V, and the bottom part of your body is the line going down. So that might be a fun idea to help you to remember what the uppercase letter Y looks like. Okay, let's take a look on the handwriting house and try to write the letter Y, okay? So remember, you can get this printable. There'll be a link below if you'd like to have it. And we're going to start with the V upstairs and then a line coming straight down to the green carpet. So a V upstairs and then a line straight down. A V upstairs and a line. This is the uppercase or capital letter Y. I'll try one more. I hope you're practicing too. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. How many of you like to go to the playground? Now, do you like to slide on the little slide or the big slide? Well, I bet when you were really little, you liked the little slide, but now maybe you're bigger and you like the big slide. Well, the letter Y, the little letter Y, reminds me a lot of going to the playground and sliding on the slide. Let me see if I can explain. So first you have a little slide like this, and then you have a big slide like that. A little slide and a big slide. So let's look on the handwriting house and see where to put that, okay? So we're going to make the little slide downstairs, and then we're gonna make the big slide all the way into the basement. This is a teenager letter. Remember, the teenager letters can go upstairs sometimes and sometimes even down in the basement like this one. So there's your little slide and then the big slide all the way to the basement. Try to see if your big slide can touch the little slide right there on the green carpet. See? Okay, let's look at one more. So here's the little slide and then a big slide all the way down. You can practice some more of those today if you'd like. And also you can take the letter Y, the blank letter Y coloring sheet, and you can put some yarn on there if you'd like to. You can just glue little pieces of colorful yarn. Okay, so that's what the letter Y looks like and how to write it. Now let's talk about how it sounds. The letter Y sounds like this. Y, y, y. Can you try that? Y, y, y. Y says y, 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 as in yeast. Y says y, y, y. Well, I have a game for us to play. I'm going to hold up a card, and if you see the letter Y, uppercase or lowercase, I want you to stand and yell yippee, because Y is for yell and yippee. So here we go. See if you can see uppercase or lowercase Y, and then stand up and yell yippee. Okay, here we go. Stand up, yippee! Okay, let's try another one. Yippee! Yippee! That's a lowercase y. Yippee! Nice job. Nice job recognizing the letter Y. Well, now let's move on just really quickly and let's talk about some numbers, shall we? Some of the things that you can make with yeast include breads and bagels. So I'm going to show you a sheet that has some bagels on it. Do you like bagels? Bagels are kind of like donuts, but they aren't very sweet, but they're really great for breakfast. So let's count some sesame seeds on some bagels, okay? So take a look at this and I'll share my screen so you can help me count. Okay, so I'm going to circle the sesame seeds as you help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 sesame seeds. Do you remember how to write the number 9? See if you can try to write it on a piece of paper or skywrite it and then I'll do it and you can see if you're right. Are you ready? Okay, the number 9 looks like this. It looks like a 0 and then a 1. That's number 9. Let's count the sesame seeds on the next bagel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you write the number 7? See if you can beat me. I'm going to write it and you can see if you're right. You're going to walk out and slide down. Remember that one? That's number 7. Okay, let's count the next sesame seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to write number 6. Remember number 6, you're going to curve around and fall down. Okay, now let's count the last bagel, the sesame seeds on the last bagel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you write the number 5? Remember, number 5 looks like this. A number 1, backward C with a top. Okay, there's number 5. I hope you did a great job with this. I want to stop and do something else now. Can we talk about a color? Let's review the color red. And for that, I have our shape that we're going to review too. I'm going to show you something and I want you to tell me the color and I want you to tell me the shape. So what color is this? It's red. And what shape is it? It's a heart. Can you remember how to spell the word red? I'll give you a hint. We've sung this song before. I'm going to hum the first part and see if you can remember the letters. Red. Red. I can spell red. I can spell red. Fire trucks are red. Stop signs are red too. Do you remember the letters that spell red? Let's write them in the blanks, okay? R is made by letter R. E. E. That's letter E. And then what letter makes the sound D? D, D. It's letter D, R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red. I can spell red, I can spell red. Fire trucks are red, hearts are red too, R-E-D. R-E-D. Now I chose red today because we're making homemade pizza crust and the tomato sauce on top of the pizza is usually red. So how do you spell red? R-E-D, red. I have another sight word for you if you're working on sight words. These are the pre-K adult sight words and the one for today is here. H-E-R-E. Here. What's this word? Here, let me move it over here. What's this word? Here. Let's make it come from the bottom. What's this word? Here. And let's let it fall from the sky. What's this word? It's here. So remember, if you see and say the sight words, they will stick. You'll be so surprised. Okay, so now I think it's time to talk about our theme for today. I'm going to add in how to make a homemade pizza crust as another video, but let me talk about yeast. Why today is for yeast, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So let's take a look. I'll share my screen with you so you can see. If you could look at yeast under the microscope, it would look like this. What shape does this look like? Kind of looks like an oval, doesn't it? Or an egg shape. Yeast is actually a type of fungus and it grows really quickly, but it needs two things in order to make it grow quickly. It needs to be damp or wet and also warm. So when yeast is damp and warm, then it grows. And guess what it does as it grows? It blows bubbles. So as yeast grows, it blows bubbles. These are carbon dioxide bubbles. If you bake the bread and there are still bubbles inside, you might even see holes inside of your loaf of bread. Next time you're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, look at the bread and see if you can see the little holes. Those were made from the yeast. Remember, when the yeast grows, it blows bubbles. And when those bubbles pop, it leaves a hole. Well, yeast is used in baking things like baking bread or pizza dough like we're making today. And what happens is the yeast, as it grows, it begins to kind of puff up. Remember, it blows those bubbles, so it makes the dough seem to rise or get bigger. You can use yeast for baking lots of things like biscuits, the pizza dough like we're making, donuts or bagels. We looked at those earlier, rolls, or even the bread when you have your toast or peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anything that you want to rise and be nice and fluffy, you can use yeast and it makes it really nice. Well, I hope you had fun today. We just talked about letter Y. We did a little number review and we talked a little bit about the color red and the shape of a heart. So have fun. I hope you make some pizza today. See you next time.